Hi, FiddleQuest teachers. For those of you who I haven't yet met, my name is Dwayne, and I'm the founder of FiddleQuest, and I want to walk you through the changes in FiddleQuest 3.0. So here we go. So for right now, the site is at new.fiddlequest.com, and that URL will be changing on next weekend, which is, I guess, September 14th. And but right now you can go to new.fiddlequest.com and you'll get a login. You'll need to go in there and click on Forgot Password, and it'll email you with a way to just change your password and create a new one. Now, for right now, for the next week, between now and the 14th, before we actually move to the new site officially, you can go in here and use the site. It's going to get erased essentially with the old information, or rather with the information on the existing site, which is 2.0. But this allows you to go in there and experiment and not worry about breaking anything. But to be able to go in and just play around, you'll still need a password. So create that new password and then log in, and then we'll go further. So when you log in, you'll come to your students page, and here you can simply, the first thing that you should know is that you can edit these students. So if you see people on here that you need to remove, you can go into the edit button and remove them, or if they're inactive or something like that, you can do that. And go back to the students that way. I'm going to take you to a test account, Testy Whitcomb. And so there's three main forms that I want you to be familiar with. This is the dashboard, this is the practice page, and this is the tunes page. We'll start with the tunes page. So this is a inventory essentially of all of the tunes, and you can go in there and search. Now the search function is pretty straightforward. You can say, well, just show me everything in, say, level 4. And then it'll show you both the core tunes as well as the bonus tunes. If you select here, you can sort on level, and that'll put all the core ones first and then the bonus ones after that. So if I want to look for a level, I can go in there and look for that. I can say, show me everything above level 4, or show me everything below level 4. You can just select any, and it gives you everything from level 1 to 10. If you want to, you can just say, well, show me everything that's a bonus song, or show me everything that is a core song. And you have a status on here, which I want to explain. So in this case, the student, which I selected as Testy, has the status for Blueberry Jam is set right now at the solo level. So here are the ratings. So solo has a check mark, jam is just a blue dot, needs review is orange, and then if it's incomplete and it hasn't been done yet, it's just a white circle. And you can just rotate these things around. So incomplete, needs review, jam at solo level. Now, this is something also that students can do, but they only have a limited amount of permission. So if something's at the solo level, but they have trouble with it, when they're at home and they're like, I used to be able to play this, but I can't anymore, they can reset it, but only back to jam. So they can never take it back to incomplete because they got the video. So, or you had marked it done at some point. So, but with a teacher, you have full ability to go back and just say, oops, I made a mistake. That one never got completed. So also, the student can mark this song as something that they either are neutral about, they like it, they love it, they dislike it, or they're neutral. So the next song is they've completed When the Saints and Swing Low in level 3, and you want to assign them the next song, which is Rubber Dolly. And you just click on there, and that puts it onto their practice page. Now, the student also has the ability to assign things, so if they're interested, they can put things on their practice page, and it has a little student icon on there. So So this is kind of it's a good page for just being able to get an overview of the curriculum. And you can look for things that say, look, show me everything that is at solo level and any level. So you can go and say, okay, these are things that are currently marked as I can play at solo level. And solo is, they can simply play with just the band. They don't hear the violin, they know how to come in, they can play it completely. If it's at the jam level, then that is something that they need, typically to hear, oh yeah, how does that thing start again and when does it come in? But these are all the things, anything, particularly that a student has learned recently will probably be at jam level. When they get a video, you can assume it's at solo level because they're playing on their own. They know when to come in when you're backing them up on the guitar or on the fiddle. So let me take you now to the practice page. So this student, Testy, has one song that is currently in the works, Rubber Dolly, and in here that they have the Ready, Set, Go jam recording and solo recordings. Something new in 3.0 is that they can, we have steps that go along with each of these levels. So in this case, there are 8 steps for learning the Ready recording. And then when you go to the Set recording, there's another 5 steps here associated with it. And then in the Go recording just has 3 steps. And then there's just one jam recording and one solo recording. When they're learning the steps, you can just so that there's nothing really different there. The big difference here is that you can then mark that, or the student can mark it as done. 2 ways to do that. Just mark that here. You see it turns it blue and it takes you to the next step. Or let's say they now have level 2 done. You can hit the enter key and it marks it done and moves you on to the next one. The space bar will start the recording and stop the recording. If there's a step that the student just frankly is struggling with, or that you want them to continue to focus on it when they're at home, you can hit this little flag right there and it puts a dot over it, and that just tells the student when they're at home and they open up their practice page and they see that dot, they go, oh yeah, I need to focus on step 3. So other things to know about this this little form right here, you can go in there and mark things as, in review, or as completed, or it's at jam level. But when the song is just new, it's just simply as marked incomplete. You can take it off the practice page by clicking that icon right there, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to do that? I'm going to hit cancel. And then if you ask the student, well, what do you think of this song? And they said, well, I like it. Okay, so you can go ahead and mark it for them. This is the rating, of course, what the student thinks about the song. Other aspects of this, you can go to the staff view. It's just a single line. You can see both the staff and also the waveform. This gets really useful for when you're in the middle of a phrase or something like that, and you can just simply go, I just want to listen to that particular phrase right there. And it'll loop on that. But you can sort of see where the breaks between the notes are. It becomes more handy in the more advanced pieces. The staff view, frankly, is probably not something that the kids that are in level 3 are going to be using much, but some people really do like it. One last thing here, you can pop this up so you can sort of see all of the tools, the practice steps, the staff view, which is a little bit bigger, and then the chords of the song, and then the lyrics, if there are lyrics, notes, in this case a key concepts video, and then the student videos, so anybody who's shot a video on this. Again, stuff that is familiar from 2.0. Other things on the practice page that might be, that are new and that you'll want to know about, students can set a practice goal. They can do it from a timer, say, okay, I'm going to do a 10-minute practice, and it will count down. And then once they do it, they complete it, and they'll say, hey, great, how did it go? And you can mark it as like great, and they can even put a little note in there, and hit done, and get a little celebration. You can also do a steps. So you can say, well, my goal for today is I'm going to get 3 steps. And then when they're working through this and they go, okay, I got that step, and you see it starts to kind of keep count of it, and then I got step 4, and then I get step 5, and then I'm done practicing, and I met my goal. And I'll show you where that kind of pops up a little bit later. There's another thing here, no goal practice. You don't have to have a goal for every practice. I just want to play my tunes or whatever. And you can simply click that and then just click stop when you're done. And that way the student can get the credit for having practiced. This shows up. I'll just go ahead and take you over here to the dashboard, but it has it keeps track on a calendar here, and it tells you how many days in a row the student has practiced, and they back to the practice page. So on the right side here of the practice page, there's this section, the solo tunes and the jam tunes, and these are picking from the tunes that students have rated as either I like them or I love them. So if they, and also it indicates that they are at the solo level here. But if they can play it at a solo level and say, for instance, they don't want to, have Blueberry Jam on there, they just simply have to mark it as neutral or dislike, and it's not going to show up here. And then they can play them individually, or they can go through and play them by a random, it's a sort of like a little random player here. So they can just kind of keep playing this, and it'll kind of keep, there's the surprise factor, which kids seem to really like. Down here in this area is the jam tune. So anything marked as either at jam level, and also that they like it or love it, and it'll show up here. I'll get one more video out perhaps to you that kind of shows, okay, here's a few quick things to do right before that student shows up. But this is enough for today for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.